Welcome. Thanks for joining us on the Visit Julian podcast. I'm your host. My name is Robin, and this podcast is all about the small businesses and the events that come together to create this amazing place that we call Julian, California. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show, and we hope that you visit us soon. Good day, everybody. We are back with the Visit Julian podcast. There is a beloved event that took a little bit of a vacation, but we're very super excited that it's coming back. And it is the Julian Natural Wonderfest. And it's co-sponsored by the Volcan Mountain Foundation along with the Julian Dark Sky Network. The Chamber also provides some support for the event. But we have Eric Jones here from the Volcan Mountain Foundation, and he's going to tell us all about this great event that you're not going to want to miss coming up in Julian. Thanks for coming, Eric.
Hi, Robin. Thank you.
So what do you want to tell the folks about this fantastical event?
So I'll start with the basics of what you want to do and where you want to be, and then we'll talk about the whys.
Okay.
So it is coming up on October 26th, which is a Saturday. It's an afternoon and evening event at Menghini Winery. They're hosting us for this wonderful afternoon and evening. We're going to open the gates at 2 o'clock, and we'll stay until the midnight hour to watch the stars. It's a free event, so no cost for parking, no cost to come in. We greet you, but we're not going to look for a ticket. It's all just show up.
That sounds great. And that's amazing to have an event of this caliber. As a chamber, I know how much it costs to put on these kinds of events. So to offer it to the public for free, it's no small deal.
Yeah, this is the fourth time we will have done Julian Natural Wonderfest in the last 7 years. We had a couple years off for you know why. But this event is funded in part by the County of San Diego through their community events permit or community enhancement program,
right?
Which is also CEP. The community enhancement program, they helped partially fund this. The Volcan Mountain Foundation is funding it in part, and there are volunteers from organizations across Julian as well as individuals. So I want to give a shout out particularly to the Dark Sky Network. Doug Sullissy and his team have always done a fantastic job. In fact, if you look back to the beginnings, this was his idea.
Yeah.
And we built on it with the community and the partnerships, different organization partnerships.
Now, for those who may think, have I heard of this event? Yes, it used to be at the Jess Martin Park just outside of town. And that's when you were busing folks from town to get there because of the parking situation. So for those who came and may think, oh, the parking, well, that problem's been alleviated with the new location.
It's going to be so much easier and better experience for the visitors this year. So a couple changes. We are having it not at Jess Martin Park near town. We're having it 3 miles north of town at the Menghini Winery. It's a short drive. You can park right next to the field where we're going to be assembling, so there's no shuttling or busing. It is also in October. If you recall, the last 3 events have been in the heat of the summer.
August,
we're just coming out of a heat wave here now, and I was just thinking, boy, how unpleasant it would have been to have that event in the heat of the day over at Jess Martin. But instead, we're going to be in fall. Beautiful fall weather in Julian at a beautiful winery with shade trees and parking close by. Sunset's going to be around 6 o'clock on October 26th. And although astronomical sunset's quite a bit later, as you know, the sun takes a while to kind of fully go away. But once 7 o'clock rolls around, the skies are going to be dark. We'll have astronomers there with telescopes, and they're going to be offering to let you walk up and take a look, and they'll be explaining their passion for the dark sky and the night sky.
Yeah. Is there any kind of astrological event happening on that date, or are we just going to go out and see the stars?
I think it's, mainly just see the stars. This time of year, there's always the remnants of some sort of meteor shower going on. It probably is not the peak of anything, but certainly because Julian skies are so much clearer and darker than other parts of the county, you might see things that you wouldn't normally see if you're down in Costa Mesa or other places.
No, it's not you might.
You will.
You will, absolutely.
Here's the asterisk is always cloud cover, right? So, but I think October. You've been here a long time. October's a pretty clear dark sky month.
Yeah, and then like you said, me being here a long time, I want to tell the folks the days are beautiful. the nights can get cold. So
Right.
don't get fooled by the beautiful weather during the day.
Right.
Bring a blanket or, your coats and leave them in the car. And since you get to park so close,
Yeah.
you can go right to your car and get the jackets for when it gets cold.
Yeah, in terms of what to bring, I think a jacket and warm layers is a great idea. I'd also bring a chair. We're not set up to provide seating for everyone, so it's a nice field with grass, so you're going to be comfortable. But bring a chair or a blanket if you'd prefer to lay on the ground. There's going to be plenty of space for people to find a spot and be comfortable. It's not like a concert where you have to be in a certain place to see
It's the sky.
It is the sky. So bring that. We will have a couple of food vendors there, and just because I'm thankful that they're coming, I want to encourage you to bring some money and to take advantage of that. We have a man who comes up who has a Kenyan food truck operation that's really always well received. You say he's been coming to Grape Stomp.
For years. And because I work Grape Stomp, I rarely eat. It's so busy. But yesterday I had one of his meals, and it was the spicy chicken with the plantain.
Sweet spicy.
Oh,
That was
so good.
really good.
Yeah, so all the volunteers,
Yeah.
that's where they eat because they know it's amazing. Yeah, so that's great.
And also I mentioned that Toasty Tap is a local vendor of sort of high-end mixed drinks, not necessarily alcoholic. In fact, she's not serving alcoholic drinks at this event, but it will be just a wonderful little high-end craft
like
lemonade
mocktails or cool
mocktails,
lemonade concoctions. And that they've been at several Julian events, and they are also really well received.
Yeah. We didn't hesitate to sign them on. And we also are on the grounds of Menghini Winery, and the winery tasting room will be open until around 7 o'clock that night.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we're not serving alcohol at the event, but immediately adjacent to it is Menghini Winery.
Yeah, and excuse me for getting too logistical, but my experience, you can go to the winery and enjoy the wine. You will not be able to bring the wine from the winery to the event. That's just...
Yes, code enforcement, in case you're listening, that's exactly the situation.
It is not allowed.
Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Okay, so what haven't we covered? So that's kind of the basic when and where. The what you're going to see. So when you come onto the property, anytime between 2 o'clock and, say, 7 or 8 o'clock, which is usually when people arrive, come anytime during that period. During the daylight hours, what you're going to find is a large number of nonprofit exhibitors and government agencies who are involved with land preservation. That is the theme of this event. This is celebrating Julian nature by day and night, and then committing to preserve it for all generations. So we invite our partner environmental organizations to come up, set up a booth, be there to tell you why they're passionate about their particular part of nature. Because I've been doing this for 7 years now, off and on. This is the fourth one. I'm constantly struck by the passion that these organizations have for nature, and it's a different story every place you stop. There's land preservationists like Volcan Mountain Foundation. We are about making sure the land itself is preserved for future generations. There are people who specialize in wolves that were indigenous to this area, they lived in this area in some point in the past. People who love trees, people who want to help you clean up the area. I Love It Clean San Diego will come. This is a well-established nonprofit that works across the county, activating the people to help partner with the people to help clean up the areas. That's just one of probably 30 or 35 nonprofits that will be there. I looked at the list on Friday. We have 22 nonprofits signed up as exhibitors right now.
That'll grow.
Yeah, we're still recruiting. Typically, we have 30 or 35. It is a fascinating learning experience for all ages. The passion of the people who come as attendees is evident as well, and a lot of them are bringing their kids because they want to make sure their kids have exposure to this so that they grow up to think about the environment and help protect it.
It's funny because as soon as you were talking about that, my first thought went to, and then you grabbed it, is what a great event to bring your kids to. Because it could spark a passion in a kid that we don't even know exists yet. They see something and go, oh, that's what I want to care about, or that's what I want to help with. I mean, what a great opportunity. You just never know.
Yeah, it's a low-key environment, but it's a lot of educational opportunities there. We will have a stage set up where we'll have short environmental presentations from the exhibitors. They'll take their turn on stage talking about their passions. We'll have some music throughout the day. It's not a music festival, but we will have live music occasionally, and we'll have some nice ambient music to kind of keep us inspired. And then let's not forget the astronomy. When day turns to night, we'll have a large number of astronomers there with their telescopes in a special area, and if it holds to form, we will have people gathering around and getting a chance to look through the telescopes to see the planets, to see the stars.
Yeah, I've done that before, and it's really great to go up and look, and you see stuff. Even living here, I don't know what I'm looking at, and so to have someone with experience tell me what I'm looking at, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you walk away with some knowledge.
Yeah, and for me, this is my sort of my personal view of this. I don't have the deep specialization a lot of these people have. I talk to people who are experts at astronomy, and that's their passion. They know the names of all the constellations. They know all the equipment. I talk to people who are mycologists who do mushrooms, and they just love mushrooms. I know a guy whose specialty is tiny gnats.
Oh my gosh, I don't like that guy.
He knows 500 gnats. So, but my point is that I don't have to know everything they know to enjoy being around them. And sort of just bringing in their passion and amplifying it out.
Well, that's because it's informative. And to be around people who have, like you said, and it's so cute to see you passionate about their passions. Like their passions make you passionate to share with people. And it's not as though this is an underattended event. It's a well-loved event from the get-go. I mean, the very first event was just an absolute...
we expect between 500 and 1,500 people, and that facility can handle that size
no problem.
Easily.
The parking and the space itself can handle that kind of number.
Two logistic questions come to my mind. I'm sorry we don't have an outline for this presentation. We're just we're winging it.
Anybody who listens knows I'm a yacker. We don't write anything down.
I had an email yesterday from a woman who was asking about handicap parking. Absolutely, we will. We have an area set aside right near the entrance where they can park their vehicles. I was talking with her through email, and I said, bring a chair. And if you can't carry that chair out of your car, there's going to be someone who's going to help you. This is a very warm, friendly place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone will help you out. And the other thing was, so logistics were... There's another thing, Robin, that was very important, which I completely forgotten, but I'll get back to it.
Okay. Well, a question I got, and I get at all events that we have here in Julian is this a dog-friendly event?
That was the second thing,
I wasn't
Robin.
Sure. You're welcome.
So, dog-friendly. So, this is, if you know your dog and you know your dog is well-behaved around large groups, and also you can be sensitive to the needs of the animal handlers. We didn't mention animal ambassadors, but in fact there will be animals there supported by the organizations who are exhibiting them. There are some that don't want to have dogs near them. So if you are a good dog owner, you're aware of the environment you're in, absolutely bring your dogs. If you feel like your dog would be better in not great in a large crowd or not well contained around a wolf hybrid, you might want to keep your dog at home.
Yeah, and on top of that, a barking dog. I have to be honest, we do a lot of events, and nothing makes it more uncomfortable than trying to enjoy around a barking dog. It's the equivalent of a screaming baby. We just can't support a barking dog at an event that is, as you said, it's a very chill, calm environment. So please bring a calm, chill dog if you are inclined to bring your dog.
Quick story. This is not related to people bringing dogs, but we had 2 years ago we had wolves from the Wolf Education Center. We had goats from Camp Stevens. They brought their domestic goats. And the wolf people said, you know what, we need to set up on the far end of this field because our wolves are a little bit excited by the goats.
Yeah, totally. It's funny you say that because California Wolf Center was at the Grape Stomp yesterday. And then, as I told you, Julian Farm and Orchard was bringing 4 goats. So I immediately reached out to California Wolf Center and said, are you bringing any goats? And they wrote me back, no, the goats are safe for now.
Well, actually, so the California Wolf Center, a fantastic nonprofit here in Julian, they don't have animal ambassador.
I didn't know that. They bring but I have to check.
However, there is the Wolf Education Project. Gosh, what is that called? There's another wolf. I'm looking at my list here. There's another wolf nonprofit that does have an animal ambassador, and they do bring. So there will be opportunities to see reptiles, to see birds of prey. Very likely, I know we're going to have some farm animals there just for the petting zoo aspect of things.
Yeah, right. Because they're cute.
Yeah, but we lean heavily into this natural aspect of things. We like to think about what was here before we were here, and what do we owe an obligation to in terms of preserving the place. Robin, I will just end, in case you want to end here, I will end by telling you that we are privileged to live in San Diego County. This is the most biologically diverse county in the United States outside of Hawaii.
That makes sense.
All props to Hawaii, but here in the continental United States, this is the most biologically diverse county, in large part because of its size and also its plant and animal diversity as you go from the coast on up to the mountains where we are and down into the desert.
Yeah.
You very quickly pass through various biomes that support an enormous diversity of animals. The mountain region where we are is heavily at risk from wildfires, from changing climate, which will raise temperatures and effectively raise the life zones up higher as the plants and animals migrate to avoid the heat. So the active role we as humans need to take to preserve this place is, I think, undeniable.
Yeah.
What we choose to do with it's up to us. Our organization, the Volcan Mountain Foundation, is focused on the Volcan Mountains range, which starts in Julian and ends in Warner Springs, and is one of 3 major mountain ranges here in San Diego County that are at the roof of the county. And we're looking to make sure that this place has the same opportunities for nature to exist peacefully and without encroachment of humans, not just in the next generations, but 10 generations from now. What can we do today to make sure that our grandchildren and our 10th great-grandchildren have a place to come to or know exists where animals are living in a way they have been undisturbed for 10,000 years?
Wow.
That's
you just put that so well.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
All right. That's why we're doing this thing.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to have a fun time on a Saturday in Julian.
It's a great way to spend a day.
Yeah.
Or an afternoon and evening.
There you go.
All right, and we'll have links to the events, social media, and Volcan Mountain and the Dark Sky Network, all that stuff in the show notes. So if you're driving, next time you get to look at your phone or your desktop, you'll see all the information, links that you need to find out exactly how to get to and all the great organizations that are going to be providing at this event. Yay!
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of our podcast, Visit Julian. This amazing background music is played by Nathan James, who often performs at different venues throughout Julian. Check out our website, visitjulian.com. You can see an event calendar or just browse all the great things there are to see and do. Thanks again. Until next time.